Okay. Let's actually rescue her, I guess. Anyways, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Nobody Wants to Die. Dude, this would be the worst to drive fly in. Like, oh, it's gotta be awful. Alright.
I knew more or less where she lived, not how she lived. I would say below poverty line, if not for the fact that I've crossed the poverty line 100 levels up.
Whoa.
Somehow I have to.
Frames. Murdered. Rain. Bad.
The question is, what are my taxes being spent on? Not even have a bar here. Focus, James. Sarah needs electricity. Lots of it. These converters look new. Let's see.
She needs electricity because she's a head in a jar.
These cables come out of the converter. Sarah, where are you? Even from here, you can smell the deadly stench of the slums. How can you live here? Electric current powers up the antenna. It must be operational. Sarah needs to communicate somehow. I need to get a closer look. Lady Liberty, down in the dirt. At least she stayed right here with her people. No one else did.
You would think this would be like a nice little hangout spot because it, it's the Statue of Liberty's decapitated head. Propped up with wood. Anyways, I need to focus. Where do the antenna cables go? A lot of places. Where can I go? That's the question. Not far.
Cables draws the most of it.
At least it's not making us yell, Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. So that's good.
It has to be here. I hope I'm not too late. Sarah?
Jeez. No knocking. Find Sarah's location. Okay, are we gonna get cucked?
Murderer wanted to pull me into a maze, get me drunk with fear. But I had nothing to lose, and had been drunk already for a week.
That's not healthy. This is still a very beautiful game. I don't think it's ever stopped being a beautiful game. Ah, Steam. Go away. Yeah, that sounds like Sarah. That's weird. That's creepy. She's got an interesting decor. We're out of pills.
Fuck.
It's okay. We'll be alright. Need a hand? Put it back. What are you looking at? Excuse me? Creepy. Okay, there's that, but what is this over here? What's down here? What secrets await us in the Nothing. Sarah? Dude, I'm telling you, Sarah is some sort of organic, inorganic material. Whatever that means. She's a brain in a jar. The fuck? I thought that was like a walkie-talkie. Why would you draw your gun on someone who always has... They could have shot him before he could even flinched.
You thought I'd be an easy target.
Someone?
Police, don't shoot! Put the gun down, now!
Right. Then we live happily ever
Hello?
after.
How did you find her?
Drop the gun.
Hello?
I'll let you live.
What have you done to her?
Hello?
Talk!
Drop your weapon and get
Am I
out.
gonna get shot?
Counting to 3. 1.
Let's settle this one-on-one!
Ah! I was hoping there'd be another option presented to me instead of
James.
Shoot.
James, can you hear me?
What the fuck?
Okay. Cool it now. It's me, Sarah. We're good. Just relax.
Sarah's a lot older.
Sarah, you look like shit.
Yeah, back at ya. You're goddamn lucky I missed. I thought some junkie broke into my house.
So she shot us, but we were assuming that was a stranger talking to us? Are we crazy?
I'm almost finished stitching you up.
Could you almost finish faster?
Because that resembled the person
That's
we were
fine,
peeking at.
You know I'm a detective, right?
I didn't think anyone would bother trying to find me.
Ow, 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 ow.
Why does she look so old and
Still,
sound so
why'd you
not
come
old?
When we lost contact, I thought he got you.
What's she doing?
So that's why you busted in here like a psycho on a hunch?
A little more than a hunch.
Meaning?
I have some questions too. One, actually. You should be in your first shell. The comfortable and efficient one. What the hell have you gotten yourself into? And you're smoking too. Someone's fallen into bad company.
His body must have been through half a century of addiction. It'll drop dead before I get used to it.
You're in your 30s, right?
29.
My bad.
My family thinks I'm away. I got the best synthesizer, remote work equipment. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And then fucking James Kara had to waltz in here and ruin everything.
She still sounds so young, but
I'm good at that.
so granny.
So what have you gotten yourself into?
It's a long story and complicated.
Good thing I'm a professional at complicated stories. Talk.
I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I did something sketchy, but otherwise,
It's all right. You can trust me.
okay. I rented my body on the black market.
What?
Sarah, what was your motive?
Motive?
You can
Seriously?
do that?
I'm not judging. I just...
What is this, an interrogation? No, fuck you.
We can catch her. Old Museum, Liberty Island, Manhattan. Old is right. Why does she have so many mannequins? Unless we were just imagining that too, but I do see one right there. So maybe Sarah's a little fucking weird. But we're also kind of crazy, so it's a nice kitchen. It's nicer than ours, to be honest. I guess she needs the space for the chair. What is this?
2057 bioresurrection. Scientists have painstakingly developed a formula of plant nutrients which can resurrect any plant, even with the smallest amount of sunlight. Soon, living museums will bloom again.
That's cool. I was gonna ask if she had cancer, but I didn't want to assume that the year that they're in still had cancer. I thought that would have been done. I don't know. Whoa. Is that a chicken? Is that a cool chicken? This is a weird place for a weird woman. I don't want to assume the mannequins were here originally. Why would they be in the museum?
2042 living museums. In response to the continuing needs of the populace, the government has taken steps to save our planet's natural heritage. Selected rural nature parks will become living museums. They will become a refuge for all endangered species of fauna and flora.
Cool. Hey, Sarah.
What are these figurines?
They're memories. I've read that after an Icarite transplant, especially an illegal one, some can be lost. That one's the most valuable.
So the mannequins and the dolls is because of her body? So she rented her body she should be using on the black market, and she got stuck with this. Eh.
One night, when the acid rain was bad, Taylor and I hid upstairs, where you came in.
Why would you hide upstairs if it's acid
Back then,
rain?
It was just a 2 by 3 foot hole that ended in a wall of rubble. Instead of sitting in the cold with her teeth chattering like any normal person, Taylor started fiddling with the flashlight. And then something flashed in the pile of rubble, so we started digging. And we dug until we unearthed this little Statue of Liberty figurine. It was beaten up, but it looked valuable. And we fenced it right away. And we came back here hoping to find more.
Who's Taylor?
The greatest treasure in this film. We found out there used to be a museum here. So we dug more. Day after day, till our hands were bloody. We kept digging for normal people. It's a portrait of misery, desperation, but for Taylor, we were adventurers on a fucking treasure hunt. We glued, fixed, and sold everything we found. Would you believe we excavated this whole place like a pair of underage slum archaeologists?
Must have taken a while.
Almost 5 years, but it was our livelihood. We were dirt poor and surrounded by dirt, but we felt rich. At least until Taylor tricked me. 8 years ago, give or take a few days.
Sister?
No. We were in love. I remember exactly when she tricked me, because it was when I turned 21. Her subscription. And Taylor paid for it for me. She did it behind my fucking back.
That's bad. What am I missing?
After a month, her subscription expired. We were broke, and there was no one to help her. She wound up in the bank, and the body went to auction. And that's why I have to get her out, no matter what it takes. You're the detective. Now you know my motive.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. Got any ambrosia anywhere? Anything higher octane?
I'll pour us something. Or you can also help yourself to ambrosia in the bedroom.
I was gonna say, I don't know where that is. Ooh, whoa. Age before beauty, lady. Okay, so do I have an option here? I kind of do want to explore her bedroom for shits and giggles. Alright, that's it. It's the medicine. Taylor Adams, Icarite will be delivered to the memory bank immediately. It's where her lover is.
Blood tests. From the beginning of the month.
This must have been their younger bedroom? A lot of beds.
Remember it. This is older than me.
Max, Dario, Peter? Max, Dario, Peter. Or Max, Peter, Dario. You deserve answers, lots of them. But first, you deserve an apology. I lied to you. I haven't gone anywhere. I tried everything to get Taylor out. I didn't want you involved because it was too dangerous. The fact you're reading this is proof. I'm sorry I left you. Sorry I didn't say anything, and sorry I didn't make it. I only ask one thing, and I've thought about it carefully. If I can't live without Taylor, I want to dream with her. I believe we'll dream together in the bank. Don't pull me out. Love, Sarah. P.S. I sorted everything for you. The items are below, marked with your names. Everything else can be thrown away or sold and divided equally. Whoa. Cool. Cool. It's a beautiful game. Instead of taking the shit, because I think we are going crazy, can I drink whatever it is she's offering me?
James, aren't you afraid your memories will eventually fade away?
That's cool.
Lucky me. Mine don't fade. They haunt me. More literally than I'd like.
You must have some good ones. At least one.
We're at the movies, and Rachel tries to convince me it's a crime flick she's already seen. They were all the same to her, and of course she's teasing me, and I'm trying to watch the fucking movie. Right now, I'd give anything to be sitting there next to her. I'd focus all my attention on her.
Maybe then you wouldn't remember it. Maybe it's the imperfect moments that create the most precious memories.
Shit, I'm scared about. Fuck it. 3.
This one room, the bedroom, is totally secure.
It's a slum, but I gotta be able to close my eyes sometimes. It's possible to break in there with enough effort, but I'd have time to be awake and ready.
And shoot the shelf above the burglar.
I'd have time to reload and finish the piece of shit.
She's gonna hate me for this.
In the middle of the room was a bunch of files with names.
Can't you respect anyone else's privacy?
No.
I said none of the siblings knew. If something went wrong, I prepared myself for it.
But what's one have to do with the other?
I sorted things out for them and left a will that made it clear I believed Taylor and I would be in heaven at the bank.
Where are they now?
Looks like you covered all the bases. Nice work.
Thanks. I try.
I hope this isn't a tough question. Sarah, how are Max, Dario, and Peter now?
I wasn't talking.
I saw the name on the cabinets. Did they...
Don't worry, they're all alive and doing pretty well. They rented a legal apartment, floor 40. They have better air than here. Bodies wear out slower.
Is that how that body's so fucked up?
Have you read Chicken of Justice?
There is no way you know this.
The last of his kind. He could give up, but he fights for a better world for the rest of us. A true hero.
Oh, I don't believe it. My brother Dario was crazy about him.
Isn't he also way older than her?
Did Dario also write...
Okay, I didn't see the riddle.
There's one on the back of the book.
Yes, the chicken of justice could only be summoned by solving one.
I'm not summoning that fucking bird. I don't know what 3 is. Maybe it has something to do with the riddle that I didn't see.
So how did a slum girl get this job?
Maybe you got yours. I had to work for it.
Fair enough.
Points for determination. Must not have been easy for you.
Fortunate combo. I had insomnia and hated wasting my time. I guess that's how I managed to pass all the exams.
Did our department come for Taylor?
Yes.
So why...
Did I join you? Maybe I wanted to take control? Of some sort. I decided I was never going to be powerless like that again. I'm just a liaison, but I already know when and where they move.
Do you know who it was? Which one of us came for Taylor?
It was hard to resist the temptation to check it out.
Wanna get some revenge?
He was so ordinary. A regular agent. To really get justice, I'd have to get revenge on this whole sick fucking system.
Then how about we get revenge on this whole sick fucking system?
Like that's
Can I sit
possible.
down? It's really awkward to have a conversation like this.
What if it was?
Wait, what kind of bullshit is that? Are you accusing me of something?
Just curious. What are we drinking to?
Well, you're the expert. Sit down and make a toast.
May I? I can't. Oh, I can't move. Could I have always moved? I feel like I couldn't have always moved.
Bottoms up. To honesty. I think we're gonna need it.
Okay.
What are you renting the body for?
Surrogate. For some rich broad. A good one, I hope.
Sarah, please tell me it's not Jane Salma. I found her file.
Calm down. I checked her. I got to her. She had a similar case before, and they couldn't prove anything, even with plenty of evidence.
Damn it.
The arrangement came from me. She had the dough, I had the body with the right biological conditions, plus I could cover for her. That's why I know she's not a suspect.
She's dead? Selma dead?
Okay.
Did we find her at that orgy?
Bye.
Much appreciated.
Alright. So you rented your body. Where did you get this one? Current model.
Bargain bin?
Salma said it was recycled. Give one to me.
No. A recycled body? After what I've seen, that's hard to swallow. They must have put someone on ice for you to get it.
No. Somebody bought a new body, and no one wanted this one.
Okay, let's say you're right.
It's definitely recycled. Why would they lie about that?
You need to see the big picture of what you've gotten yourself into.
James, I have nightmares. Every single fucking night. I see her in them.
Welcome to the club.
Every morning, I wake up from them and Taylor can't. And it haunts me.
That scratching is
What if
bothering
she's
me.
trapped there in an endless nightmare?
They're your nightmares, not hers. You're projecting your fears where they don't exist, and you have to deal with them.
James, I have to save her. Fuck.
Yep, that's gross. And you didn't even get that off. It's still very much there.
You understand?
I get it. Sometimes you have to cross the line. And if you do it, at least make it for someone you love.
Well, I don't know if that's what I want.
Do you know what I'd give to see Rachel again? Fucking anything.
Thanks for being straight with me.
Press your finger.
I can handle it.
That's her driving hand. Oh. She whips it. Those are the pictures I took?
Sarah, we need to start investigating.
Just a minute. Not so fast. One more question. A basic one.
Yeah,
Why don't you tell me why you stormed in here like a lunatic?
I told you. I thought you were in danger.
Based on what? Did something happen when we lost contact?
Mm-hmm. Can you fire up the board here?
No.
We'll do it the old way then. In the meantime, I'll summarize the Red Room for you.
The Red Room?
It's a piece of fucked up history. Better buckle up.
I can't believe all this evidence. You were right from the start.
Seriously? What surprises you most?
That's not what I meant. But the murderer was behind everything from the beginning. Did he take over his body?
Strong assumption. We better go one step at a time.
Now? You're going to get skeptical now?
I just want to sort it out.
Okay. Where do we start? James, I managed to get what was in Green's safe. There were recordings of his synchro tests and a ton of private notes. It's pretty unusual.
Upload.
Okay, cool. Do you have any indication the killer took control of Green? The video?
Why didn't we have access to these recordings?
They were in the Red Room.
I'll try to get to them.
Okay, if this isn't correct.
He doesn't act
Okay.
Could this be desynchro?
Put that a little bit away to keep them separate. Okay, and what is this one? What was the point of the plot that linked Green's case to the Icarus shooting? That was about the bodies, right? Ouroboros. Borori? That was just Ouroboros. Transfer machine. That's what that machine was. Okay. Green's plans. Also failed attempts to save the current system. I'm pretty sure it's that one. It could be that one.
I learned this was the plan for the next 100 years. Numerous attempts to save what we have in this system.
And our system isn't perfect? At least for them.
Turns out not to be the case. Apparently, every prediction ended in disaster. Okay, let's assume that this was his motive. What's next?
Thank you. Green's behavior is weird. He's alone in the recordings, but he seems to be arguing with someone, maybe fighting. What's it mean? What's his next move if the current system failed? This has to do with something. This mentions conversation or arguing with someone. Could it be Selma?
How did you describe it? That you're losing control of yourself? It's a kind of consciousness erosion. We'll increase the dose of ambrosia and the amount of synchro tests. Should help.
I need something better.
We don't have anything else yet. I'm working on it.
It's one big joke. Selma sounds familiar, don't you think?
Shit, I thought she was gonna get herself a synthesizer.
So wait, the voice Selma is portraying, that's our friends, that's Sarah's real voice? I don't know. She's still in that body, she still sounds very young. It could be a young body, but like fucked up due to living down here. With the rain and shit. It could just be deteriorated a lot quicker. I'm assuming in this year, cancer doesn't exist. I'm assuming a lot of diseases don't exist. But the earth is now diseased, so that's, you know, currently uncurable for them. Anyways, conversation between Selma and Green, okay? That's arguing.
Maybe there is something
Go.
that has a negative effect, like synchro tests, only in reverse.
Okay, and this one is if all of his plans failed to save the current system, if all his plans to save the current system had failed, what's his next move? Modus operandi of the murderer, symbols and dates. Green, okay, well that wouldn't make sense. Transfer machine. Icarus Lounge. Big wigs. TV people. Delivering the same message through the screens. Would he want them to deliver a message? Lie to people? What is this one though? Green had trouble controlling his behavior. What could have driven him to this state? It could be the transfer machine if he keeps using it. But no, he wasn't using it, was he? He was using it on these people, right? Because he kind of stayed in the same body for quite a while. He always had that scarring on his face. Which, that's weird. How would he continue? Yeah, how would he continue being the same person for so long? Do bodies not age? I feel like I'm missing something that was explained and I probably wasn't paying that close of attention to. But it's okay. Controlling his behavior, what could have driven him to this state? Maybe this? What was his next move? I would say using the TV people.
Lots of familiar faces, but
I would not say using the
Green
TV
or
people.
small fry.
It's their mouth that spits out lies that millions.
I feel like that would
spit
make
out.
sense though. All deliver the same message through the screens and just lie. If he couldn't save it, what would he do?
I'm getting used to
This
the big
makes
names
more
and the
sense.
corpses at our feet. What are they doing there, apart from the obvious?
Together they worked on how to calm the riots, how to use the Fourth Estate. Who knows if they would have failed.
Dickheads.
They're major players, but NYC politics has too many pillars for their temporary loss to have much impact. What's missing in the big picture? He's having trouble controlling his behavior. What drove him there?
I still don't get that part of the story.
But-
When I think that they really used
Thought maybe that would affect his psyche in some way.
At least the motherfucker's dead.
True.
everyone like him deserved it.
True. This is probably this one, yeah? Nope. I was doing so good. He wouldn't know about the Ouroboroi? Ouroboroi. I always thought it was Ouroboros, and I'm pretty sure it always has been. It's their deaths, so that couldn't affect him in any way when he's alive. And he wasn't using this, right? Maybe he was.
Transfer machine. I can't even get my shit together after 3.
This explains his problems. They were his own doing.
Okay, she mentioned problems.
There may be no evidence that they made a transfer of consciousness at the time of the incident, but his behavior...
I know, it's damn suspicious. Let's just put it together piece by piece.
Okay, that was done. Politics. Already use TV people, right?
Fucking Demmer.
Oh, haven't heard that before. Good to know you still have feelings for them. You're telling me these are the only people who can deal with the chaos in this city?
Am I? No. But I think that's what Green is trying to tell us.
Do you buy it?
Well, this motherfucker knew corruption and power like no one else. Okay, whether it was Green's will or someone else was pulling the strings, why did Green have to die?
I see at least 2, no, 3 possibilities.
Can you be more specific, Miss Detective?
I'm throwing them in.
Changing of the guard. The situation created a political vacuum, perfect for someone who wanted to seize power. Puppet Master. If someone could influence Green, it's possible they can control someone else too. Green Shadow.
Following this lead, Green didn't have to be the only one like that. Since the most influential players are more or less dead, their seats are up for grabs. The whole thing may simply have been about tearing the city apart. Green was the last person who could stop the spreading chaos.
That's what it seems
I
like.
wonder if his death was a crime of passion, or if it was planned.
Why now in the middle of everything instead of pulling the strings to the bitter end? Maybe it was the orphanages?
James, we're drifting.
Sorry.
Taking a circuitous route to our goal.
Would these still count? Are we still using these? Or are they pointless? Okay, I just wanted to see if they would... I didn't think they would be in use, but...
I don't buy it.
Sorry. I use the orphanages, right? Yeah. It's Ouroboros?
Both died on dates shown on the symbols.
The problem is that Green's date of death was carved long ago.
Ooh.
How much planning does it take to set up something like that?
I don't know, but we need to figure out who's pulling the strings in all of this.
Complete all boards. I'm almost done with this game.
Why'd you become a cop?
Work well under pressure, resistant to stress, ability to assess situations quickly. Only the commander instead of a coach, and the field's a bit bigger.
And that's all?
I believed in justice. Then shed like that.
But you don't anymore?
As much as ever. I'm just not looking for it in the department.
Copy that.
Okay, let's try to draw some conclusions. It all comes down to one question. Could Green really be a puppet?
I thought so, but the more I watch the Red Room and foyer footage, the more I doubt it. Green, the way he gestures and talks to himself, he looks crazy.
Talking to yourself doesn't mean you're crazy.
You know what I mean, when he's waving his arms and hurting himself. But I have no idea what taking over a body would look like. Fuck, I don't know. Which one of them was behind this? Green or the killer?
The more important the decision, the less certain, huh?
We're out of time for mistakes.
I'm gonna assume a murder is behind it all.
He's a murderer. Green's death wouldn't make sense. He must have been influencing for a long time until he finally got him to shoot the other deviants. Damn influential deviants. He took another harvest on Icarus.
And if he's aiming to paralyze the city, to create chaos, so what's his next step?
The motherfucker leaves no trace. The trail's cold.
Why haven't we heard of him before? He's a pro, after all.
Criminals are still in their learning curve when they do their first crimes. They leave more traces behind.
I'll check similar poisoning cases in recent years.
No, poison may have been removed from reports. Check the final death.
Oh, I think I have something. 2 weeks. No, shit. I was wrong. Forget it.
Sarah, rewind.
No, you can't touch your own case, or reconstruct it, or explain it. You can't defend yourself.
I'm the only one who can.
Oh, the fucking savior of the world. Can't you let go just this once?
You know the answer.
Damn you. Hang on.
I have to... What's this?
A new earpiece. This one shouldn't be so easy to spot.
Ah, thanks.
Cool. So what crime is this? Is this Rachel's death? Because wasn't she killed, like, in the same way? You know, I wish there were more peaceful games just set in, like, a tropical setting like this. Like a nice little island where you can just have fun. I think there's a lot of, like, pixelated games like that, but what if one that looked like this, you know? Like, looked fucking good. I'm gonna have to Google that after this.
Rachel! Looking in the mirror at yourself, sometimes the scariest thing imaginable. But it was time to face myself on my own, without dragging anyone else down.
Badass. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna end this one here. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on. I'll be honest. No idea. Sarah, not a brain in a jar. We're kind of crazy. So, that's all I know. There's a killer. Killers? I don't know. 2, 3, 4? All of them? I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.